Next, a double sampling plan is allowed to take a second sample size if the result of the original sample, that means the single sample plan, are inconclusive. For example, first sample N1 from the lot N. The defect from the sample is less than C, accept the lot. If the number of the defective from the sample is bigger than R, reject the lot. If the number of defective in between C1 and R1, a second sample double sampling plan must be considered. In the double sampling plan, if the combined sample N1 and N2 has the defective less than C2, accept the lot. Otherwise, reject the lot. I think this flowchart will be more understand. First, the N item, the bigger lot. We select the few items, that means the sample size from the N lot. The defect from the N lot is smaller than the C1, accept the lot. The defect from the N lot is bigger than rejection number, reject the lot. Rescreen and replace the bad part. If the defect is between C1 and R1, continue for the double sampling plan. Second time, second sample size. Second time, you will take the second samples. Then, if the defect from the second samples and the first sample total up is less than C2, accept the lot. If the first sample and second sample have the defect bigger than CR, rejected number, or C2 plus 1, reject the lot. Now, I believe that you will be more understand what is double sampling plan. This is a case for double sampling plan inspections. Okay, in this case, the bigger lot size is 2400. First sample size is 150. Accepted number is 1 for first case. Rejected number is 4. Second sample size is 200. Second accepted number is 5. Second rejected number is 6. Therefore, when the defect from 150 is 4 or more than 4, the lot is not accepted, rejected, directly rejected. No need go to the double sampling plan. The defect from 150 is less than 1 or less than 1, the lot is accepted. If the defect from 150 is between 2 or 3 non-conforming units, inspect a second sample of the 200. If the defect is 2 or 3, second time, double sampling plan has to be considered. Next step is we pick another 200 sample from the 2400. From here, 200 plus 150, if these two lots have defect more than 6, reject the lot. 150 and 200 have the defect less 5 or less than 5, accept the lot. This is double sampling plan. After that, multiple sampling plan is continuous with the double sampling plan. After second time you pick the sample size 200, for example, you still can make the conclusions, you still can get the conclusion you want to reject or accept the load, you have to do the third sample size. That is called multiple sampling plan. Subsequent sampling plan, items are sampled and inspection one and after another, and a decision is made after each item is inspected. This is subsequent sampling. Factor to decide on which plan to be used. First, simplicity. If you need a simple testing, please go for single. How about the cost? Less under single because you just need to inspect one time. So the inspection cost will be less at the single sample plan. Unique inspection greater under single because you need to pick last sample size and the single sample plan. Information because you have the last size from the single plan, therefore you have the more information under single plan. Psychological impact better under double. Normally psychological impact, you will find that you want to reject or not. Confusing. This is psychological impact. You better go for double confirm. Double sampling plan. Okay, next. After you understand the type of the sampling plan, what is the criteria for the lot formation? Before you select the lot for the accepted sampling plan, you must make sure that the lot should be homogeneous. Homogeneous means the product produced from same machine, same operator, same input material, and so on. Second, large lot are more preferable than the smaller lot. Inspection cost for 200 vs 3 units, that is same. Therefore, you better go for larger lot size. Last one. The product should be conformable to the material handling system used in both the vendor and the consumer facility. That means it's safe to handle. This is the lot formations. Normally, the non-rejected lot will go to sort at the next process, rescreen or replace with the good part. Okay, this is if you reject the lot, then the lot have to replace with a good quality lot or rescreen it. You better rescreen it to find the best solution to improve your process quality. Determine the sample size in each sample's planning from the single sample, double sample, multiple, subsequent. These 4 types of the sampling, you have to determine how many samples you have to take. You have to draw out for the inspections. The sample size is based on the inspection level. And the factor decide before this. What is the factor? First one, simplicity, cost, and so on. Another criteria is inspection level determination. If the inspection level is 2, that is a normal inspection. If the inspection level is 1, that means the sample size should be half than the normal. Let's say normal is 200. If your inspection level required by the customer is 1 level, level 1, then your lot size should be reduced to 100 only. If your inspection level required from the customer is level 3, that means your sample size should be increased twice. That means 400 compared to the inspection level 2. Level 3 is a complex or expensive item. They require very tight quality control. Therefore, they need high inspection in that part. Therefore, you have to consider your customer inspection level before you decide your sample plan for your sample size. After you determine which sample plan is suitable for your product, for the lot size, or for your production line, you have to analyze the planning by operating characteristic curve. This curve is measure the performance of an acceptance sampling plan. The performance for your sampling plan is measured by the operating characteristic curve. Describe how well a sampling plan can differentiate the good lot and the bad lot. We consider this curve also considered as an OC curve. This is an OC curve for double sampling plan. Have 2 lines, that means it's a double sampling plan. Have 4 lines, that means it's multiple sampling plan. Each single sampling plan only have 1 line. Alert about this screen. Characteristic of the OC curve is determine how well of your sampling plan based on the producer risk and the consumer risk. This subject will be covered in the next section. Thank you for your attention. See you.